Banless has had roughly 24 hours to settle, and I'm here to give some more thoughts on this bad boy. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So I just gotta get this out of my system. Oh god, I needed to get that out of my system. Alright. We're good now, man. That actually brought tears to my eyes. Okay, so the entire community in a nutshell has been shitting their pants, crying everywhere. I'm pretty sure there's poop on the wall somewhere out there because of Konami. Because for whatever reason, Mystic Mine still exists within the format. Okay, I get that. I get that people are upset. From Konami's standpoint, yeah. I actually now officially believe that this card is our Max C replacement, and the card promotes the use of spell and trap removal within the game. Okay, I get that. Okay. For the next 3 months, I'm probably going to play some sort of Mystic Mine Runic deck, because milling out a tier player who just milled their entire deck trying to combo feels pretty good. Alright, so I'm just going to put that on the table there. I already saw a locals group that, you know, was talking about, you know, Mystic Mine is an unhealthy card, but, like, that doesn't give you any right to, you know, downgrade somebody's intelligence, you know, insult them, you know, just because of the card choices that they're playing within the game. I just want to point that out there, that, like, I understand that the card is, like, not fun to deal with. Especially, the biggest thing right now with the card is, like, local level right now, where people are like, well, I just don't want to go to locals and just get Mystic Mine. Well, once again, you're in your own local format. You pretty much know what all your players are playing. Do what everybody else does for their local metagames. Side deck to counter the local metagame. This is nothing new, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you have well enough time before an event. You see who's there. You can adjust your side deck before the event starts, before you lock in anything. Be like, all right, cool. Well, I assume that, you know, our standard Mystic Mine players playing this. You can side, you know, back row removal for that. That part kind of jumbles my mind a little bit, you know. But I understand, you know, going to locals, not wanting to play against Mystic Mine. Sure. All right. On a regional level, I feel like a lot more people have been a lot more accepting of this, because, you know, it is a card that basically promotes, you know, the competitive metagame as a whole, but the card does slow down the game. So that's like my 2 cents on Mystic Mine right now. I mean, you got a couple options right now. You just don't play for the current format and hope it gets banned on the next list, or you can, I guess, go play Mystic Mine shenanigans and try to get the card banned. That's kind of where I'm sitting right now. It's really your decision. So, once again, I understand the gripe about the localized metagame, but milling out the tier player who's going to be playing tier 0, Ishizu, good stuff, feels really good. So I'm really happy that I at least get the chance to mill out Ishizu tier. That matchup is so fun playing Runic Mine. You have no idea. So where's the rest of the metagame go from here? So once again, it just feels like a everybody's complaining video. I don't think the ban list was horrible. Alright, I've definitely seen worse. It did what they aimed to do. They made some changes. Didn't hit the best deck in the room, as per usual, and they went after, you know, Sprite, which was the second best deck in the room. Yeah, it's when I make these jokes talking about, like, the Konami thing to do, Konami does the Konami thing, alright? Y'all shouldn't be surprised. I've been here for, like, 20 years playing this game. I've seen the same patterns over and over again. Like, I'm not used to, or I'm not surprised by these things. So, cleaning up, I guess we'll go after Sprite now and talk about it. So, yeah, Ronan Toden was the correct hit, as much as everybody wants to dance around the subject, been like, you know, Swap Frog. Ronan Toden was the thing that actually, you know, allowed the deck to extend, you know, not a hard once per turn lock on the summon, and to top things off, you know, it also, you ban that, you can bring Substitute back. Congratulations, you killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Alright, that's your old saying. Like, we got to ban the card, we got to check Sprite, and we got to bring Substitute back. Alright, cool. Well, we freed up 1 potential card on the ban list to try for the block. I don't see anything wrong here, says Konami. Okay. You know, I mean, at this point in time, I feel like Sprite's just going to be a splashed engine. or you're going to play Sprite Runic, Evil Twin Runic. You got the whole, like, idea here of what you're doing with Runic. Like, the pure version of the deck, I mean, you can still play the Evil Twin variant, but all the other versions can now deviate and do some other things. Like, that's kind of like the important thing here was they knocked down the power scaling on that. They hope to check Sprite in a way that would make Exosister, or yeah, I guess look more playable. It would make, you know, tier kind of fall down. I mean, you get the beasted cards in literally 3 weeks. All right, like that's one other big thing just to like say here is like, while the format itself looks all angry and you're like, oh my god, this is bad. I mean, you're going to have to pick up Darkwing Blast if you want to play competitively. You're going to need those beasted cards. You're going to need those quick effects to special from the hand and disrupt the opponent, all right? Like, I'm sorry to tell you that. If you're playing competitively right now, Konami already lined you up to buy a whole bunch more product, all right? Oh, and by the way, Tier gets, what is it, Cry or Scream, so they'll be milling 3 cards anyway, so they'll be doing more summons during your turn. And you get the Ishizu stuff later on. It's... For a prelude list, this definitely slowed down pre-Beasted a little bit. I think once Beasted comes out, it'll be a little bit more fun when that Ishizu stuff hits the ground running. Oh boy, I cry every time. So, yeah, Tier's still the best deck in the room. You really shouldn't be surprised about that. Sprite got knocked down to power scaling. By power scaling, I mean it went... It's good, alright? That's kind of what we needed to see, like... Hopefully, once we tip things in the scale of one way, it should shift another. What else really mattered on this list? Red Reboot's gone. I heard a lot of people are upset about that one. I still think that was an indirect tier hit, actually. If we take away, you know, the ability for us to negate the Solemn Judgment from the Runic player, then that means that they can set up the Mystic Mind and they can win. Like, says the logic of some people in the community. I found that part kind of interesting at the end of the day, was like the valuing of just the removal of that card. Honestly, to be fair, a pointer did need to probably be touched in some capacity. I'm kind of happy about that one. Honestly, free trap dust shoots are pretty good. I know a lot of people are like, well, Robbie, you know, like a pointer wasn't that busted. Trap dust shoot's a pretty good card, man. Looking at your opponent's hand and sniping anything you want out for a turn, unironically, is pretty solid. Alright, like, it's pretty good. Spellbook of Judgment coming back. I don't have initial thoughts on this. It flopped in the OCG, but I know we have Mystic Mind. So Jesse Cotton was talking about some Runic Spellbook deck that looked kind of fun initially. I think there might be something there, but it's fine. Also, the amount of people that are unironically upset at Chaos Ruler getting banned. Okay, listen. The card literally said mill the top 5 cards of your deck, pick one, add it to your hand effectively, and the card also said, hey, you can revive me when you drop me in the graveyard. Card was pretty good, man. Like, I'm actually... I think the people that didn't play competitively were the ones that were like, why are we banning Pepega Ruler? Card was really good. Like, solidly. Like, I kind of was starting to agree with people that wanted it banned. Like, it did a lot. Surprisingly. Ben 10 back at 3... Hope Drytron does something. Trickster Light Stage at 3. I mean, I guess you gave another body to the loss of Sprite. I guess that's fine. Fusion Destiny back at 3. Okay, I also want to talk about this. So, right now with Verti-Anaconda banned, is it worth it to play DPE with all of the bricks? And I'm not really sure about the answer to that. I think the answer is no. I think a few Sword Soul players were kind of wanting to talk about it, but let me tell you, man, when you open up Celestial / Dasher, or in my case, you open the Celestial and the Dasher and see no Fusion Destiny at all, it's rough. Like, that's kind of the problem that I had with playing those cards. You're adding more bricks into your deck for better generic results. See Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, for example, here. But honestly, I think it's a good push for Hero. I'm happy with that. Also, last thing I'll touch on for this video is, yeah, Scythe didn't go, but Hulk did. I understand that you can still search for, you know, Scythe off of Ben 10. Whoop-de-doo. But Hulk being that extra deck resource, I'm glad it's gone. Trust me, the loss of Hulk feels really, really good in the game. You'll be very happy to have that card gone. Really fixes a lot of things. Trust me on that. That's really my 2 cents right now. Things didn't really change, but they changed. If that makes sense. Please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.